What separates an inexperienced cruiser from a savvy one? The novice returns from their supposedly all-inclusive trip facing an unexpected bill worth thousands. Meanwhile, the experienced traveler knows precisely which pitfalls exist and how to sidestep them. Your cruise fare has been paid, yet the cruise company still has plans for your money. They're banking on you purchasing that pricey $350 internet package, that $300 premium spa service, and those $25 pictures that your smartphone could capture just as well. This isn't really a getaway, it's a landscape filled with financial pitfalls. However, starting now, you won't be the inexperienced passenger. I'll reveal the 13 most significant cruise scams and demonstrate what knowledgeable, veteran cruisers choose to do instead, allowing them to save hundreds while still enjoying themselves tremendously. Therefore, before you swipe that cruise card one more time, take a look at this. Your next trip might just be saved. Number 1. Wi-Fi packages. Internet service on cruises has improved significantly due to Starlink and additional modern satellite technologies, yet it remains among the most expensive extras available at sea. Basic messaging options typically cost $10 to $20 daily, whereas premium plans for streaming content or video communication can reach $25 to $35 each day or $150 to $350 for a voyage lasting 1 week. The connection speed is better these days, occasionally reaching 50 to 150 megabits per second, though it's still unreliable, particularly in distant areas or when many people are using it simultaneously. Consider it an indulgence rather than something essential. Numerous seasoned cruisers avoid purchasing it completely, viewing the voyage as an uncommon opportunity to disconnect. Some purchase only minimal connectivity to stay in touch from ports using cafes or terminals providing complimentary internet. When doing this, don't forget to return your phone to airplane mode after the vessel departs to prevent expensive maritime roaming charges. Certain cruise companies advertise complimentary internet, but examine the details carefully. Frequently, there's a $10 to $20 setup charge or restricted minutes before being pressured to upgrade to unlimited usage. Additionally, though a handful of luxury brands such as Virgin Voyages or Regent Seven Seas bundle unlimited internet in the rate, most mainstream companies don't. The intelligent choice: determine whether you truly require continuous connectivity. For the majority of cruisers, it's more affordable and considerably more peaceful to disconnect while at sea and reconnect solely when returning to land. Number 2. Spa treatments. Cruise ship wellness centers are beautiful, tranquil, and famously expensive. Everything from massages and skin treatments to haircuts and nail services costs significantly more than what you'd spend ashore. One massage alone can easily run $200 to $300, plus an automatic 18 to 20% tip. Much of that duration isn't even actual treatment time. For certain passengers, a spa appointment is a crucial component of relaxation. However, most experienced cruisers concur it's seldom worth the premium or the valuable sea time spent inside a dim treatment area. Those complimentary massage raffle winnings? They're typically small vouchers that don't even pay for half a session. If you genuinely enjoy spa experiences or possess onboard credits to utilize, smarter saving methods exist. Look for embarkation day or port day promotions, which frequently provide 20 to 40% discounts on selected services. Reserving several services simultaneously can also reveal package savings. A superior value, though, is frequently the thermal suite access. For approximately $200 to $350 for the entire week, it provides unlimited entry to heated lounge chairs, sauna facilities, steam rooms, and thalassotherapy pools, the vessel's most peaceful and serene retreat. Numerous veteran cruisers, particularly on colder routes like Alaska or Northern Europe, consider it their daily haven. The wise choice: avoid the expensive individual treatments unless discovering a substantial discount, and instead purchase the Thermal Suite Pass. It represents one of the limited methods to relax on board without feeling pressured to buy at every opportunity. Number 3. Ship photos. Cruise ship photographers appear everywhere during embarkation day, throughout dinner, and even near the gangway at ports. In the past, these pictures were enjoyable keepsakes. Currently, they've transformed into one of the largest onboard scams. Given that smartphone cameras now match professional equipment, the majority of cruisers simply don't require them. Physical prints generally cost approximately $25 apiece, and electronic versions frequently cost identically. Package offers can rise into the hundreds, while wedding or special event collections can surpass $3,000. Those free photo drawings are typically just marketing techniques to bring you back to the photography area. Most veteran cruisers bypass the photo sessions completely, considering the images overly staged and old-fashioned. You can take superior, more authentic pictures using your personal phone. Here's the insider strategy: request a crew member to capture the photo for you. They're consistently willing to assist, and it's an excellent method to include everyone in the picture without spending anything. Having said that, one worthwhile exception exists: a formal evening family photograph. If it's the sole occasion everyone's dressed elegantly together, purchasing one or two prints can actually prove reasonable compared to a photography studio back home. The intelligent approach: avoid the random embarkation and meal photos. Utilize your personal phone or a helpful crew member, and only spend money if it's genuinely meaningful. Number 4. Art auctions. Every cruise vessel hosts them, those exclusive shipboard art sales promising uncommon discoveries, complimentary champagne, and even a free print simply for attending. But here's reality: these gatherings represent one of the largest cruise scams at sea. The majority of the displayed artwork isn't authentic, valuable originals. They're factory-produced prints with artificial brushstrokes applied to appear hand-created, and the costs are enormously inflated. That evaluated worth they reference. It's typically just promotional language to make the items appear more precious than they truly are. Even winning a piece doesn't end the expense at your offer. Anticipate a purchaser's fee of 15% or higher, plus considerable shipping and processing charges, and occasionally extra for mounting. That supposedly free print for participating? You'll probably spend $30 or more simply having it delivered home. The wise action is straightforward: attend for the complimentary champagne, appreciate the presentation, then leave before the bidding begins. Unless you truly adore a piece and don't object to overpaying for it, avoid the auction and invest your money in experiences you'll genuinely recall. Number 5. Shopping traps. Cruise companies adore tempting you with shopping opportunities. From port presentations to shipboard boutiques, it represents one of the largest financial pitfalls at sea. Let's begin with those shopping presentations you'll notice on your schedule, frequently titled port and shopping tutorials or diamond presentations. They appear informative, but they're actually organized sales presentations. The supposed shopping specialist receives commissions by directing passengers toward particular authorized retailers in ports. Those establishments, like Diamonds International, compensate the cruise companies substantial amounts for each transaction. Costs are typically increased to accommodate those payments, and those complimentary charm or stone vouchers are simply bait to bring you inside. You'll nearly always discover better costs and a more comfortable experience by investigating independently. Shipboard jewelry retailers and boutiques operate identically. From timepieces and fragrances to precious stones, costs are seldom genuine deals, even when marked duty-free or exclusive cruise offers. Numerous items are increased to appear reduced. Unless there's a cruise-branded memento you truly love, withstand the pressure to purchase. Appreciate browsing if desired, but remember, the most intelligent cruisers preserve their spending for experiences and recollections, not excessive trinkets that accompany them home. Number 6. Cruise line excursions. They represent one of the largest financial pitfalls at sea. Convenient and assured to return you before the vessel departs, yet that security arrives at a significant premium. Costs are frequently 30 to 50% more expensive than reserving the identical experience through a regional provider. Numerous these expeditions follow the identical pattern. You're guided off the vessel, loaded onto a bus, and moved through several photograph locations and gift shops before returning. It's simple, but seldom genuine. The wiser action is organizing your personal tour or reserving directly with trustworthy local guides through platforms like Viator or Shore Excursion Group. You'll save funds, experience smaller groups, and possess considerably more adaptability. Simply ensure to examine reviews and verify the expedition's return schedule. Because if a private tour runs behind schedule, the vessel won't wait. That's why veteran cruisers employ a combined approach: reserve independently in ports that are nearby, accessible on foot, or feature straightforward activities like coastal areas or urban tours. Reserve with the vessel if the tour is distant, requires lengthy bus transportation, or occurs in a tender port where vessel tours receive priority departure. Another professional suggestion: if you do reserve through the cruise company, secure it before sailing via their platform or application. Pre-reserving frequently saves up to 25% compared to shipboard costs. In summary, Don't spend cruise company rates for the identical standard experience. Conduct some investigation, weigh expense against risk, and you'll experience more for less without becoming a peer sprinter. Number 7. Paid onboard thrills. Cruise vessels are currently floating amusement parks filled with excitement-generating attractions like racing tracks, virtual reality centers, roller coasters, and even aerial lines that suspend you above the ocean. Though numerous activities on board are complimentary, these advanced thrills nearly always include a cost, and it accumulates quickly. Consider Norwegian Cruise Line. Its Galaxy Pavilion VR attraction costs roughly $8 to $10 for each game or $30 hourly, while the Formula One simulator is $20 for each race. The Speedway racing tracks cost around $15 to $20 for each ride without an unlimited option. Carnival's Bolt roller coaster demands $15 per individual for 2 brief circuits, approximately 30 seconds of riding duration. If your youngster rides alongside you, that's $30 spent in 30 seconds. Royal Caribbean's recent Crown's Edge adventure course, which suspends you above open ocean, debuted at $90 and currently costs about $50 to $60 for a 2-minute excitement. These experiences are enjoyable once, yet they're barely exceptional value. If you're traveling with children or excitement enthusiasts, establish a spending limit beforehand or select one special experience and bypass the remainder. The insider approach. Concentrate on the numerous included offerings, water slides, miniature golf, performances, and deck celebrations that provide hours of entertainment at no cost. Number 8. Casino and Bingo. Gaming facilities and bingo sessions are cruise vessel traditions and also among the largest financial pitfalls at sea. Cruise companies generate millions from passengers desiring to win substantially. Though it's all designed for enjoyment, the probabilities are consistently in the establishment's advantage. If gaming isn't your interest, you're not losing anything. Numerous cruisers favor the pools, performances, and sea vistas over remaining in a windowless gaming area. But here's the interesting part. Experienced cruisers understand how to make the gaming area benefit them. By consistently utilizing their players' identification and establishing a rigid spending limit, they accumulate points toward reduced or even complimentary cruises, shipboard credits, and complimentary beverages. If you're controlled, it can become entertainment that compensates you subsequently, but solely if you maintain restraint. Bingo belongs in the identical category. Enjoyable, yet expensive. Packages can readily cost $40 to $60, and those complimentary cruise prizes typically include restricted dates, taxes, and charges that eliminate the worth. The wise action. Consider the gaming area and bingo as entertainment, not financial strategy. Establish your boundary, utilize your card for benefits, and if you lose, view it as the expense of a performance, not a monetary approach. Number 9. Specialty dining. They can certainly represent one of cruising's highlights. From steakhouses and sushi establishments to French cafes and teppanyaki grills, for certain travelers, these dining venues are essential indulgences. However, numerous experienced cruisers bypass them completely and still appreciate amazing meals in the primary dining area, buffet, or other included locations. You don't need to spend additionally to dine well on a cruise. That acknowledged, cruise companies understand how to entice you. Recently, some have quietly simplified primary dining area offerings to encourage guests toward charged locations. The cuisine remains quality, but it's component of an expanding tactic to increase sales. If you're interested in sampling a premium restaurant, the intelligent cruiser suggestion is reserving lunch rather than dinner. You'll frequently receive nearly identical offerings and atmosphere for 30 to 40% less. Whether you indulge or skip it, don't feel obligated. It's your getaway. Some of the finest dining at sea remains complimentary, and the recollections taste equally satisfying regardless. Number 10. Bottled water. It appears inexpensive until realizing you've invested a modest fortune simply attempting to remain hydrated at sea. Most cruise companies increase packaged water costs, generally $15 to $25 for standard packages and up to $40 or beyond for brands like Evian on Royal Caribbean or Celebrity. Here's the situation. The faucet water on cruise vessels is completely safe and extensively filtered. It's identical water provided in the dining area and buffet. Numerous veteran cruisers bypass packaged water completely and simply refill a reusable container at the buffet or bar. Bringing personal packaged water is limited on certain companies, but reusable containers are consistently permitted, and they'll save funds and minimize plastic consumption. Professional suggestion: if you possess a beverage package, packaged water is frequently included. Otherwise, simply request a glass of iced water or refill before departing into port. Hydrated, intelligent, and environmentally conscious, that's the superior arrangement. Number 11. Drink packages. Likely one of the most discussed extras at sea. Are they genuinely worthwhile? For most cruisers, not truly. You generally need to consume 6 to 8 alcoholic drinks daily just to reach break-even. That's before considering port days when you might not drink substantially on board. Beer and wine consumers particularly find it more difficult to obtain their investment's worth compared to mixed drink enthusiasts. But here's the actual calculation. If you consistently purchase premium coffee, packaged water, or fresh juice, those superior non-alcoholic beverages can narrow the difference. Numerous clever cruisers discover that the refreshment or soda packages, which incorporate these items, actually provide superior worth. If you're a modest or moderate consumer, you'll nearly always save funds by spending per beverage and utilizing happy hours, beer containers, or 2-for-1 promotions. The greatest annoyance for numerous guests is the all-adults must-purchase regulation. If one individual in a cabin obtains the alcoholic package, everyone of legal consumption age must also. That regulation alone can transform it into a scam for couples or families with varying consumption patterns. The intelligent method. Calculate the figures before purchasing. For some, the ease of prepaying and never viewing a bar bill is worthwhile. For others, it's one of the simplest methods to exceed spending at sea. Number 12. Solo fees. Traveling solo can be fulfilling, yet it frequently includes one of the largest scams at sea, the individual supplement charge. Most accommodations are valued for double occupation, so if you're alone, the cruise company charges you 50 to 100% additional to compensate for the absent guest. A modest positive aspect. Certain companies, like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian, provide solo travelers double reward points when covering the complete rate for a standard cabin. It doesn't save funds presently, but it assists you in achieving superior reward advantages quicker. Fortunately, additional vessels now include solo accommodations that don't demand the extra charge. But here's the problem. These accommodations frequently cost nearly identically per night as a reduced standard cabin. The wise action. Collaborate with a travel consultant or track sales for diminished solo supplements. On reduced demand voyages, cruise companies regularly decrease or even eliminate the charge completely. Number 13. ATM and medical costs. Two of the most expensive surprises at sea. The positive news is they're both completely preventable. Shipboard cash machines generally charge $6.50 to $7.50 per transaction, plus your financial institution's personal charges. On overseas voyages, you might even encounter double exchange charges if the apparatus only provides U.S. currency. Prevent the difficulty. Bring currency before embarkation or withdraw from a cash machine ashore in port. You may learn about tricks like obtaining currency through the gaming apparatus and withdrawing, but cruise companies currently track this carefully. It can activate account restrictions or even credit card currency advance charges. It's not worth the danger. Then there's the healthcare facility, the most expensive service on board. Even a brief appointment can cost $100 to $175, with basic treatments or medicines climbing into the hundreds. More significant cases like intravenous treatment or imaging can ascend into the thousands. Cruise healthcare facilities don't recognize insurance, so you'll spend personally and submit a claim subsequently. The intelligent cruiser resolution. Consistently travel with thorough travel protection that incorporates healthcare and emergency transportation coverage. Avoid the shipboard cash machine, maintain a modest currency reserve, and ensure your coverage protects you at sea. Those modest precautions can save thousands. Bonus tip. On-board shops. Additional suggestion. One thing specialist cruisers never purchase: everyday necessities from the vessel's gift establishment. Fundamental items like pain medications, seasickness tablets, sun protection, dental paste, and personal cleanliness products are marketed at 2 to 3 times their standard cost, occasionally even beyond. A modest medication package can readily cost $20 to $30. If the establishment's closed, your sole alternative is an even more expensive appointment to the healthcare facility. The wise action is straightforward. Assemble your personal miniature first aid and cleanliness collection before sailing. Include pain and digestive medicines, sun protection, adhesive bandages, deodorant, and any personal maintenance items you might require. You'll prevent increased costs and needless worry. Some preparation before embarkation can save genuine funds at sea, and that's precisely what intelligent cruising involves. Cruising doesn't need to exhaust your finances. Intelligent cruisers avoid these scams and still experience an amazing time. Currently, I desire to learn from you. Reply below with your largest cruise financial error or one you'll never repeat. Don't forget to follow for additional cruise insider suggestions and strategies weekly. Continue viewing to discover even more methods to cruise more intelligently.